We go under the surface, then we unwind. In-depth conversation, side hosted by Too Deep Music. Pass the good vibe, let the whole room lift. In-depth conversation, side hosted by Too Deep Music.
I do not search for the divine, and the path that is behind. Reality through my third eye just fine. If y'all think we're all one, then your third eye's blind. Yo, I'm soaking on that changa, smokable ayahuasca. Lion's mane chaga, psilocybin and ganja. Fucking line and pasta, they're gluing to our roster. Strictly keep it trippy, no coca clock on my chakras, no heat. He's been smoking DMT. Society, don't know what.
And welcome back to the In-Depth Conversations podcast, episode 9. I got a special guest for you today. I got the homie No Morals. Go ahead and introduce yourself, player.
Yo, what's good, world? It's No Morals of San Jose, Santa Cruz, 40831, Jose Cruz.
Hell yeah,
Again,
for sure. Yeah, man. And then that's with it's not N-O, it's K-N-O-W for those who know.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we gonna turn the camera on? Should I FaceTime you or?
Oh no, it's good, bro. We're just I'm gonna put a picture up on that's how it's gonna go.
Oh, it's all audio.
Audio and video.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, go ahead and let the people know how did you get your name?
Oh, yeah. Basically, before I was rapping, I was in bands, man.
Oh hell yeah.
I've been playing guitar. I started out guitar when I was super young, when I was 10, and then I switched to bass.
Okay.
And
nice.
Fast forward to high school, I started playing in my probably most serious band. And no one would have heard of us, but her name was World Hates Nature. Nice. Like a lot of music I've made, stuff got discarded because of an issue with other collaborators, in this case bandmates, or a computer got fried, or a hard drive.
Yeah.
So there isn't much music of that band, but the drummer of that band was a dude that was going by, eventually his hip-hop MC name would be Breeze Deep. And he was a metal drummer, but he was doing everything, man. He grew up playing piano, and he was big into hip hop. He rapped and made beats, and basically, long story short, or short story long, he convinced me to try rapping and freestyling because I was writing lyrics. I've always been writing lyrics as well as being a musician. So
you're a true artist.
Yeah, man. I just basically everything. I don't try to do anything. I'm just myself.
Yeah.
I don't. And that's why I love underground hip hop and conscious hip hop, because it's all about being true to who yourself is.
Yeah, so for sure, man.
So basically, the drummer of the band and I, we left the band and we were basically a hip hop duo together.
Oh, nice.
And we didn't really have any cool names. Like we were going by our initials. He was going by Katham, which is his initials. He has a long ass name. And then my initials were KAM, so it was going by Kush, because I was a little stoner and all I cared about was weed and music.
Yeah.
And so eventually my buddy, so my real last name is Moral.
Moral.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My real last name is Moral, and my government name, my first name starts with a K too.
Kyle.
So basically, yeah. So basically, my buddy who was hanging out with the homie Breeze Deep, who got me into rapping, he was just like, dude, like, why don't you just go by No Morals? And he intended it like N-O Morals.
Yeah.
But that doesn't coincide with my music or who I am as a person.
It's saying like you got no morals, but
exactly.
No, I get it, bro. I knew from the start. Once I seen how it was spelled, I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. If you listen to my music, my music is conscious music, and I'm a good person.
I've seen you perform a couple times. Yeah. I tuned into your songs, bro. I did my homework on you, and then I was just curious, bro. Did you get your start in San Jose or Santa Cruz? Because the two, I performed in both cities. couple times, I would always choose Santa Cruz for the vibes.
That's a very well. As far as the it's always been both, bro.
Okay,
To be honest,
a little bit of both.
it's
A little bit of both.
so that's why my identity is 40831 Jose Cruz.
Nice.
There's a comedian, you may have heard of him. His name is Derek the Destroyer.
Oh wow, I think so.
And he's the one that came up with or told me that. He was like, Jose Cruz. And we had an idea of putting together a mixtape. It was all local, you know, it could be bands too, but all local San Jose or Santa Cruz music and local Santa Cruz comedians, like old school, when you're just listening to, you know, like audio of comedians back in the day.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like a mixtape. We could do volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. And the logo would be like, you know, we came up with this idea before AI was even a thing. So it'd be Photoshop Jose Cruz on a Jose Cuervo bottle, you know.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes sense.
So to answer your question, man, I mean, I moved to the Santa Cruz area with my parents around the time I started playing guitar when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm from San Jose, but I think being from the Bay, you know, the Bay Area, South Bay, I mean, I'll die on that, you know, that San Jose is part of the Bay. It's called
definitely.
The South Bay.
Yeah, for sure.
People debate that all the time, but if you're from San Jose, we're like anyone else. Even people in Santa Cruz be bumping Mac Dre and Andre Nicotina.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not too far from San Jose, and like I'm from Morgan Hill, bro, and you know the Bay Area ends in Gilroy, I believe. So yeah, I get the whole how San Jose isn't part of the Bay, but it is definitely. But yeah, so basically, you guys start in both.
In both, yeah. When I was in the punk band, you know, we definitely played in Santa Cruz at least once. But yeah, we were really like a Campbell, San Jose based band. Yeah. And then basically I was going to, I don't know if you've heard of West Valley College in Saratoga. It's a community college.
Maybe, more than likely, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to community college for basically, you know, what my interests have always been, you know, music and, you know, music and business. So it's basically trying to get a degree, like music industry stuff, you know, music and business stuff. And within the music classes, I met a DJ named James Butcher.
Okay.
And Butch Swim, and he's been around. He moved to LA, but he's a big figure in the San Jose scene. He was a big part of like Diff Dope and like Three Headed Dragon, like those guys.
Okay, cool, for sure.
So basically, I had him in a music class, and he's like, "You're in a punk band?" He's like, "I would love to scratch, do turntablism, scratch the turntables with a live band
to add that element." Yeah.
So we never did that together, but I got his number, and when I was kind of shifted to rapping, he was just like, "Okay, well, there's the cypher scene in San Jose I'm tapped in with, but you live over the hill in the mountains. There's something called Santa Cruz Cypher Sessions."
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and that was the dude, Mike Molda. Mike Molda, now he does the Llama Shack. I don't know if you've heard of that. He puts on big shows in a backyard at a house.
Nice, bro. That's very intimate crowd, I bet.
Very intimate, but he has artists like Killa Priest, who's like Wu-Tang affiliate.
Oh, nice. Yeah, for sure.
Headliners. So anyways, I eventually showed up to the Santa Cruz Cypher Sessions with my buddy Breeze Deep. I was in a hip hop group with a duo.
Okay.
And that was basically my start.
Okay.
They were having a cypher at a community center in Santa Cruz, like once every 2 weeks, or I can't remember exactly what day it was or how often it was, but I think it was probably, you know, like bi-weekly.
Okay.
And I started going every time, and met a lot of hip hop MCs, and it just became, you know, I was already living it, you know, writing, recording, listening every day. But now I was actually, you know, meeting all these other hip hop MCs I didn't know, getting to know hip hop MCs I did know already, and eventually, yeah, I did my first festival the summer of 2015, and it was
nice.
Totally green, as they say. Totally shaking in my boots, as they say.
Oh, okay, for sure. Okay, yeah, that's what's up, bro. So that's this was back in 2015, you said?
Yeah, this is 2015.
Nice. That's when around the same time I got my start. That's dope.
Yeah, I was 19 years old, and 19 years old, and I'm sure we did some shows before that, Santa Cruz, San Jose stuff. But I was so young that it was a lot of, especially in Santa Cruz, they wouldn't even let me in the building.
Oh wow.
They wouldn't even let me perform. Like, there was a show or two I had to perform outside. San Jose, man, I feel it's a whole thing. I can do the contrast of San Jose and Santa Cruz later on in the interview, but San Jose showed me a lot of love as a youngin because they let me on stage. I just had to go outside after, which was actually a lot better for me because I didn't even drink alcohol at the time. I was just a young
stoner,
hungry hip hop artist and stoner. So I met a lot of people hanging outside the venue.
For sure, bro. I seen that you posted on your Instagram the other day the Rio Theater had the tribute to Oliver Tree, and knowing I just found out that he was from Santa Cruz. Did you ever get a chance to see him perform or run into him in like those early years?
So I never opened for him, never performed with him. We didn't know each other, but apparently there's folklore that I smoked weed with him.
Oh, that's dope.
When I was like in middle school, so we had a lot of mutual friends. So.
Yeah, I would assume that Santa Cruz is not, you know what I'm saying? It's a community, bro. That's why I asked. I figured of asking that, and honestly, that's what's up, bro. Hearing stories like that is awesome.
Yeah, it's a very, very heavy loss just because I was a fan, but not of Oliver Tree. He went by Tree.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know they were the same person.
Oh wow.
For a minute, like 2020, I finally connected the dots because I saw him on the internet doing like silly stunts and jokes, and I didn't know who he was. I wasn't really amused by it.
Yeah,
and then found out who he was. I became a huge fan because I was already a fan of Tree.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. Yeah, and then come to find out, you might have smoked weed with them back in the day.
Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah. I'll send it to you. But for all the listeners, there's a song called "Next Level Shit." Can I swear on here?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Next Level Shit is the name of the song, and it's Tree in Minnesota. Minnesota is like a dubstep DJ.
Okay.
I think local, and one big difference about a lot of. One big difference, in my opinion, between San Jose and Santa Cruz, like electronic music and bass music, whatever, EDM, that's a big thing in Santa Cruz. I mean, it's a big thing everywhere. So basically, Tree was like, or Oliver Tree, as people know him, was like the first person I ever heard rapping over dubstep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've been looking at some of his clips.
Yeah. So thank you for asking that, man. Hey, man, that's the whole thing about Santa Cruz, or just in general. I mean, we're all. I just turned 30 this year. None of us are spring.
Happy belated, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I just turned 32, bro. I'm right around the same, bro. We're 90s, baby. I want to say you're born 96. I'm assuming a little pushing like 98, 99, bro. I think our generation, we lived a good life growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, my year was the very last of the millennials, bro. I grew up on the same stuff you grew up on, especially because I had older sisters that were, 80s babies. You know? They're in their 40s now. They're early 40s. So
yeah, even in the 80s would be a perfect time to be born, bro. We definitely got to experience that early 2000s nostalgia, like the life before internet and like growing up when the internet was barely, like MySpace days, all that shit, bro. We lived a good childhood, bro. And I see a difference in today's era than it was when we grew up. So yeah, that's what's up,
Yeah.
bro. Shout out '90s babies.
Yeah. Video games were like still like a relatively new concept, you know?
Yeah,
Like they were, yeah, dude. None of us were glued to a screen like these kids are now. You know, we had to never would our parents let us whip out our Game Boys at a restaurant. You know.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So my point was just all this being older. I'm sure all of us have lost a lot of either our friends or family. So the Oliver
Yeah.
Tree thing is interesting because other than like Ozzy Osbourne was a big loss because it's, you know, I grew up playing metal music and punk
Nice,
music.
yeah, for sure.
No, Oliver Tree was kind of weird because like I was really sad, but I didn't personally know him. But I know that he's going to bring a lot of attention to Santa Cruz now that he's passed away, which is sad to say.
Yeah, rest in peace, Oliver Tree, for sure, bro. His music's dope, bro. I never heard of him. I may have heard his name and seen that image he has in like certain videos, but once I started listening, I was like, dude, this music, it's dope. Real talk. But yeah, no, I want to go and segue to you said you started off in groups and bands, but when we opened up, I'm gonna tell the people how we met. When we opened up for the Loonies and Dizzy Wright, I think Loonies was the first show where I met you, and then Dizzy Wright was the one that was fucking hella dope, bro. I wanted to ask you, how did you link up with the homegirl on the violin? I forgot, Violet, is that her name?
So her band is Violet Visions.
Violet Visions. Okay, yeah. Shout out to her.
But yeah. But her name is Devin, but you'll remember once I say it, Debbie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Debbie is her Debbie Grace DeMarco. Usually when her and I would do shows, it would be, I mean, a lot of people would just throw no morals on the flyer and forget to put her. But,
that's kind of messed up.
yeah. No, I'd always want her to have credit, but DGD is what would say. It's kind of funny because I know that people have that DGDG on their cars, but DGD stands for Debbie Grace DeMarco.
Oh wow, okay.
So,
you guys still rocking together, or you guys is that back in the day?
I mean, we're still friends.
Nice.
Still friends. And I have her on some unreleased music I'm gonna release soon. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she and I will always be friends. She actually just had a baby, just gave birth.
Oh wow! Congratulations to her.
Her baby Ruby, and yeah, dude, she's a good friend of mine. And she and I met through another artist, and he just hit me up. He was just like, "Well, homegirl was living in Hawaii. She moved back to Santa Cruz. She's from, her dad is his family out here. So she came back out here. And another artist was just like, yo, violin and hip hop is a real, you know, sexy combination."
Definitely, yeah.
And we met, we became friends right off the bat. And then maybe half a year went by, and she hopped up on stage with me and rocked during my set after listening to my songs on the phone, maybe like 10, 20 minutes before hopping up on stage with me.
Yeah.
And we opened up for Chewy. Do you know who that is?
Oh, no, I don't. But so it wasn't, so you guys have performed multiple shows together. That's what you're saying.
We've done a lot of shows, but
wow.
the Loon was their second show.
Yeah.
That was his second show ever.
Okay.
And first for her show.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if it's cool, if I can just talk about those shows real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's how we met. You're talking about the Dizzy Wright being a dope one. It was a dope one. But oh my lord, that Looney show was way better in my personal opinion, in my experience. That was one of the best life, dude. That was one of the best nights of my life. I was hanging out with the Loonies and Drew Down backstage. Debbie and I were just backstage hanging out with them after no one was there. it was just us and the Loonies and their posse.
That's
and
so
Drew Down.
awesome, bro. I've had those moments when opening up for certain artists. It feels unreal, huh? You're just chilling with them like that. That's what's up, bro. I didn't get a chance to catch Yuckmouth perform, the Loonies perform, because I ended up leaving, bro. It was one of those shows out of many that pre-gamed a little too hard and had to drive back over the hill to Morgan Hill. So I was kind of disappointed in myself for going too hard on the shows. It's important to not get fucked up on shows up like that.
Yeah, happens, bro. I know how it goes. And yeah, the Dizzy Wright show. Shout out to the homie. Yeah, it's funny. You posted that thing,
The flyer?
itinerary. Yeah.
Legendary, bro. I'm glad I took
Yeah.
it. I took it off the wall.
Glad you took that too. Yeah, I have a signature from Dizzy Wright.
Nice.
He signed her set list. But,
Oh, hell yeah.
I guess we'll just dive into it. So the reason I think that show, whatever, I think it was just last minute.
Oh,
And
really?
It was a lot of, that shows a lot of stress, but that's irrelevant.
It happens, bro.
no-
It happens.
No disrespect to Dizzy Wright, because I'm sure it wasn't him. But remember, his tour manager wouldn't let me backstage to meet him.
Oh, damn.
And he was that way with all the openers. He wouldn't let, I don't know if you met Dizzy Wright.
I did. And before I wanted, go ahead and finish, and I'll tell you how my experience went.
Yeah. So basically, obviously, maybe because she's female, but more importantly, because she's a violinist, she wanted her violin in the backstage.
Mm.
Met Dizzy Wright because her violin was back there. But the tour manager or whatever wouldn't even let me meet him. Wouldn't even let me walk back with the guest list.
That's crazy,
And-
bro.
Shout out to Drew Diggums. Did you see Drew Diggums' set? He performed right after.
Yeah, I actually helped them give him some of the tickets from California Live. He needed me to drop them off to a certain artist, and goes by the name of him. I believe so. Yeah. So yeah, I did see his set as well. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's one of my best friends, bro. I was on stage during the whole set.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So that was fun, dude. I had more fun being on stage with his set during my set. 'Cause maybe I was or whatever, but I had a great time, dude. I had a great time at this show in general. I thought Dizzy Wright's set was incredible because he had the live drummer, Black Fist.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was a cool show. But just I've been in this game for a minute, and I'll talk about it later. But this year, basically all summer, I'm just opening up for my idols.
There you go,
Man.
bro. Hell yeah.
I didn't have to pay to play. I didn't have to sell tickets. I didn't have to do anything like that.
That's
And
dope.
it's 3 shows in my life I've had to sell tickets to perform. And the fact that I put in all that work and I couldn't meet Dizzy Wright, it kind of upset me.
I understand. Yeah.
I don't think that has much to do with Dizzy Wright. It was probably his manager. You know?
Yeah. So to let you know what happened with me, I didn't see Dizzy Wright at all until after my performance. I was like dapping up my homies. I had a good crowd there. He went up to me personally out of nowhere. It's on video too. It's in one of my brother's vlogs. He was vlogging. Dizzy Wright comes up to me, gives me a handshake. He goes, "Hey, you killed that shit." And I'm just like, and then he walked away, just very nonchalant. Shook my hand, "You killed that shit," and walks away. And I'm like, "Bro, did he just?" He goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, that was awesome." But yeah, I had a good experience, but you can tell he was just walking straight through the crowd. It wasn't like he was, but it bums me out to hear that happening, bro. I'd feel the same way too, bro.
That's all good. That's what happens when you go on first too. I'm not going to say names, but the dude that booked that show, you and I know his name.
Yeah.
I have no issue with him, but he was just like, he told Drew, he was like, "I'm never going to have you or No Morals go on first ever again."
Because of what happened or whatever.
Oh, just because we're so dope.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, I thought it was just talking about for what happened. Yeah, bro. Sometimes shit happens that's out of our control, and I'm glad you're still pushing, bro. It's been 4 years since that show.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go ahead and bounce to a quick fun question, bro. Give me your top 5 favorite MCs.
It's always the hardest question ever, but
It could be
I
current, it could be all time. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, well, always, if someone asks me, I have to put in Guru of Gangstar
That's what's up. Hey, rest in peace, right?
every time. Yeah, I mean, the majority, of my favorites are going to be dead. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Guru, Gangstar, Big Pun all day. Idea, you know who that is?
Is he an East Coast rapper?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Okay. No, I haven't. I'll definitely tune into his music.
Yeah, Idea was Slug's buddy. You know Slug, Atmosphere.
Oh yeah, I know Atmosphere.
Yeah, shout out Atmosphere. Atmosphere is in my top 20 of all time. You know,
Nice.
Oh shit, dude, it's so hard. I listen to so much music.
So
But
that-
yeah, just off top, I'll say Guru. I'll say Idea. I'll say Big Pun.
nice.
Yeah, it's hard to not have Tupac in any conversation. You know.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope that you chose him.
I mean, well, dude, Tupac's been such a big part of my life in so many ways. You know, he was killed the same year I was born. You
Wow.
know, I've always had a special connection, and just I have a deep voice. I like rappers with a deep voice, you know, and just that really project their vocals. I've never been an Eminem fan, but I like I do like rappers that have a high pitched voice. I opened for Quell of Typical Cats the other day. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Oh, nice. That's what's up.
One Below Binary Star. I'll put you on game, bro. If you don't know Binary Star,
I know Binary Stars. Yeah.
yeah, dude. I just opened for him the other day, the same show.
Oh, nice,
Well,
bro. That's what's up, bro. So, it's been a minute since I've been on stage, bro. Since we're talking about shows, I wanted to ask you: you're very live vocals, right? You don't have any backtrack, or do you perform with some ad libs and some like the chorus?
Yeah.
Me, I have ad libs and I have the chorus playing, but for the most part, it's all live vocals.
I think that's the only critique I had for you when you and I first met. Do you remember that?
Oh, it was when I
told you-
first started. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first met you, I was just like, dude, like just do it all raw, do it all live. And you were super appreciative of that because
Yeah.
I wasn't being a dick about it. I was
No,
just
I
like,
know.
"You're-
It's all good.
I was like, you're dope. You got a good energy. I can already tell you're a good person. This is all you can improve on. That was my only feedback for you. But I mean, man, bro, just to be honest with you, I've done a lot of shows in every demographic. You know, I've rocked shows where it's all like more like, you know, gangster sort of dudes with face tattoos.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it.
I've done shows like that. I'm obviously not gangster rap. I never would proclaim to be that. But you know, I hang out with hood dudes, hang out with gangster dudes, and it's very unimpressive if you're all gangster and shit and just rapping over your vocals the entire set, and the vocals are.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
So yeah, I just think it's unimpressive if you do that. But you know, that's just my perspective. You know, I'm like an old man with my perspectives and tastes, and I'm only 30, and that's why when I kick it with these people like Quell, Typical Cats,
Yeah.
or Will and I didn't talk that much, but he was very respectful and we talked a little bit. Any of these legends, man, they're underground legends. I just shut the fuck up and I ask them questions, and when they answer my questions, I just shut the fuck up because
Yeah.
it's all about that for me. It's the culture, and the thing about hip hop is, you know, I don't know your nationality off top, you know, and you don't know my nationality off top either. But hip hop doesn't discriminate. If
Yeah.
you're dope, you're.
You're dope.
And I've never been insulted by hood dudes. They either won't say anything to me, if they don't like me, they won't say anything to me, or they'll compliment me.
Yeah.
That's been my experience. You know?
Yeah. So, like when you were saying how when we first met, this was like 2021/22. I still been doing shows, and the first show I did live vocals, I killed it. The second one I did, I fucked up. It happens. The next one, it fucked up again. But I was able to practice at open mics. And once I went to the open mics, I was able to practice and be more comfortable doing live vocals. And now, for the most part, I do live vocals. So shout out to you for throwing that. I remember you telling me that. So thank you for that.
Of course. And shout out to open mics in general, bro. Like I was performing pretty consistently. But yeah, dude, probably would have been 2016. There was an open mic called the Art Boutique. And I was going there I don't know if it was a bi-weekly or monthly, but every time that I'd be there and I'd do something a little bit different than anyone else, I would write a poem while I was in the audience.
Okay, nice.
And then I'd perform a poem from my notebook.
Yeah.
And then I'd rap a song. Because you got 2 songs. So I'll do a poem and then I'll do a song.
Yeah.
And I was told by the owner of that venue, Dan Votto, shout out to Dan. Yeah, he just said, he told my dad one time, because they have all kinds of, or they're closed now, but they had all kinds of events there. My dad went to see a band there, and Dan was like, your son got a lot better. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. It's all about consistency, and open mics are very good. I still go to open mics, but
I love open mics.
I didn't for a long time. I was running an open mic at an Italian restaurant in Los Gatos for a year. Yeah, I just stopped doing it this year. I was doing it for a year, and that just made me want to go to other open mics again. And it's about the community.
Community is important, definitely.
Yeah.
So, another quick question for you, bro. Do you have any upcoming projects, any plugins you want to plug in?
Yeah, I got a lot.
So any recent ones?
Yeah. Fire. So as far as what's out, Fire just dropped, which is Dub Soulja and I. It's a reggae song.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, Metazul. You know Metazul, right? I don't know if you know.
I mean, no, I would have to see his face, but probably. Yeah, go ahead.
He didn't know who you were either, but he's a close friend of 1AM. So surprise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to 1AM for sure.
Yeah, 1AM's great, dude. Very talented. So speaking of 1AM, Metazul dropped an album. It was engineered by 1AM.
Oh, dope. Yeah, for sure.
He dropped it last December, and we have a track with I'm on it, 1AM's on it. A couple dudes that most people probably wouldn't know. So just check out the track. Is called Tribe Shit. That was a placeholder title, but he just stuck with that title, Tribe Shit, and it's just like a cipher with a DJ Abraham out of San Jose, scratching the 1s and 2s in between all the verses. There's Baggage Fee, and that'll be dropping soon. And we have another song that's a tribute to my buddy Sammy Chops. We have him sampled on the track. My buddy passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
2 years ago. Thank you, dude. I've lost a lot of friends, bro. I keep on saying to people, or not even to people. It's a line in one of my tracks. This misfit, my hometown is a cemetery.
Damn.
I've lost a lot of my best friends, not acquaintances. I've lost acquaintances too, but a lot of my best friends I've lost. Anyways, so we got tracks dropping all summer long, basically. A lot of shows coming up too. So if you just look up No Morals on Instagram, you'll see I got I'm opening for Superman.
Nice.
During the day. You know who that is?
No, but that's dope that you got all these shows coming up. But I'll put all the links in the bio. I'll put your Instagram up on the screen.
Heck yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, Superman is the first Native American hip hop artist I ever heard when I was in middle school. Yeah, dude. The videos, I'm rocking the whole headdress, Native American, indigenous, dancers, everything. Like he was the first Native hip hop MC I ever heard of. But yeah, I'm opening up for him at a day show that goes from 1 to 5 in Watsonville at Romo Park.
Okay, dope.
And, July 11th, this Saturday.
Nice.
And then that evening, I have another show that's a benefit concert, also a free event.
Okay.
Both are all ages at the San Jose Peace and Justice Center in downtown San Jose. And there's a bunch of artists on that lineup too. But yeah, man, staying consistent. I got a show August 8th. I'm opening. Do you know who Reverie is?
Yeah, bro, dude, that is awesome. That you get to open up for her.
I'm not only opening for Reverie. I'm opening up for the Grouch of Living Legends.
Nice, bro. You're working, bro. I see you, bro. Where's the Reverie show at?
That's in Crockett, California.
Where's that?
Right? I've never even heard of it. It's in like a little country town outside Vallejo.
What day is this?
That's August 8th.
Oh, okay. Is that a Friday or Saturday?
I'm not sure.
I definitely got to check it out, bro. Hopefully I'm off because I'm going to come check you out one of your shows, bro. You got to get me if you ever do an open mic, hit me up, bro. I'm down to come and check it out. Maybe do a little song.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm very consistent with open mics too. I actually helping co-host so every other week, not this week, but next week, there's an open mic that I go to every week at a venue called the Crate Place in Santa Cruz.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. 1AM did a show there one time. She's one of the few hip hop artists. I think it was her Window album.
Yeah. Of course.
She did side A, side B. I think side A dropped there, and then, or that was her release party. And then the same week, so Mondays at Crate Place, and then Tuesdays at Shanty Shack, we have an art night cipher. So all inclusive. You can paint, draw, spray paint on open canvases at the Shanty Shack Brewing in Santa Cruz.
Okay.
And then we have all inclusive cipher on stage.
Okay, dude, that's what's up, bro. A lot of events, bro. That's what's up. I wanted to say, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up with a special thank you, bro. I would keep going, but the camera's about to die on me. Rookie mistake. But thank you for the interview, bro. Is there any one last message you want to give to the people before we wrap it up?
I mean, yeah. First off, bro, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And yeah. If you want to, stay tuned with all this music and all the events, all the stuff, just search me. Space Morals, KNOW Space Morals, MORALS on Instagram. I got music on all platforms, collaboration, solo stuff, but there's a lot more coming up. Probably the best music I've ever made will be released in the summer. So that's all I can think that I need to say. If you want to know what I'm doing, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, mainly the Instagram, and my music's on Spotify, Apple Music, mainly those. But yeah, YouTube and sure all the weird ones I don't even use, Deezer and all the stuff, DistroKid,
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you again, bro. That's it. The episode 9, the No Morals interview. Shout out to the homie. We got to get a part 2 in, and we out.